are here with Captain Gariba, who has over 48 years experience of cruising in and out here. We see a lot of water here around us, and he tells us there used to be people living here. So he will tell us a story. He has witnessed it, he has experienced it. So we'll talk to Captain. Yes, we are happy to be with you today.
Yeah, you're welcome. I started my schooling at Bunkurugu at a primary school, and I completed 1969. And I was appointed as a people teacher. So I taught for some about 3 years. I wrote for this teacher training college at Atebobo. So I was going to Atebobo for interview. When I got to Yeji, the Pantu came and landed. Then we joined the Pantu. So when I entered the Pantu, something just struck me that I should go to where they are steering the boat. So when I got there, I saw an old man who is steering. So I just asked him that won't he train me how to listen? Then he said, if I want to learn there, then he is his superintendent. I should see the superintendent. If they will employ me, then he will train me. And fortunately, I approached the superintendent and he told me that, okay, I should bring my application. So the following day, I wrote the application and gave it to them. And they called me for interview, and I was employed. And they asked me to be a coxswain trainee.
Who is a coxswain?
A coxswain trainee is a person who learns how to steer the boat. If you are steering the boat, you are a coxswain. So I was given that opportunity. For 3 good years, I worked both the engine room, the deck, and then the captain's bridge. The captain is the one who navigates, gives the compass courses, the bearing and everything to the coxswain to steer. After my 3 years training, like an apprentice, then I was sent to Ghana Nautical College. That is where the navigation is. I went and did the navigation. That was 1976. And I came back. By that time, the time I joined, it was PWD. Then after the PWD 3 years, practicals, no. Then the PWD gave the ferries to Ghana Highways. Then that was 1975-76. So the highways sent me to the school, 76. So when I came back, I worked with them up to 84, Ghana Highways Authority. Then the highways said Volta Lake Transport came to the system, and then they merged. So I was transferred from highways to Volta Lake Transport Company. That was 1984. Then I came to Akosombo. 85, I was at Yeji whilst moving to Akosombo with the boat up and down. And Rawlins, they said Dwarf Island, Army training, so operation.
Okay.
So Dwarf Island. So I brought the boat and I was picking the soldiers from Akosombo to Dwarf Island every day for 1 month. Akosombo to Dwarf Island is 3.5 hours. 85, 86, I was fully transferred from Yeji to Akosombo. And they built this cargo trucks. We were loading fertilizer, cement to Bupe. And that was the time they built Bupe Port, North Port. But then it was Yape. Then that side was shallow. So we came to Bupe to make a port, a new port there. So that was 86. So 86, they made me, I went back to the school again. That time they changed it to regional academy, maritime academy, regional maritime academy at Nungwa. So I went back there another semester. Then because of the new pusher talks, so when I came, and I was handling the boat from taking cement, fertilizer, and then fuel from Akosombo to Bupe. Then after at times I do take the passenger boat with yam to the north, and then this and even 92 when they were going to build a bridge across Oti Damanko, I evacuated the iron rods, cement, everything to Oti. And then that time, my last trip to Oti was the day I sent the cement and all these things and they discharged them. That was the day the Kunkumba Nanumba War started. I was at the Oti Damanko when they started firing each other. Then I moved the boat. Passing, human beings were just running by the river banks. They were stopping my boat to pick them, and I can't stop because if I stop, they can attack me. Then I came to Dambai and then loaded the women I brought from Akosombo here to buy yam. So I loaded the yams and then straight back to Akosombo here. So I've worked after 95. I resigned from Volta Lake Transport and joined VRA Marine. Then I worked with VRA Marine with all the boats. Even 99, there was a drought. The water level went down, and that time Volta Lake Transport, the boat couldn't go to Bupe. There was a rock cross. The place was shallow. So Rollins went and bought some dredges. Even they are there now. Then I was with some white man who is Rollins' friend. Then we went to Bupe to go and do the dredging work. We were doing the dredging work when Rollins brought helicopter to land. And then these Volta Lake people loaded and they were packed. They couldn't cross. I did both day and night dredging before the following morning when Rollins came with helicopter. That morning, immediately he landed, then I was able to make them cross to Bupe with the cargo. So Rollins was happy. So that made him to go to Netherlands to bring us the modern machines for dredging. So the machines are there. Then after that, we have this Onipanua hospital boat. So it is also there. When Rollins listen, VRA say it cost him too high, so they can't continue. So we stopped this, and that was 2012 when we stopped doing this outreach on the lake.
But most of the boats have female names, but Onipania sounds like a male. Why did you?
No, Onipa's human beings, brother. Yeah, it was Rollins who gave the name. That musician,
yes,
they called him who died. Very good. You know that Rollins liked the man. Yes. So after the man, then he just collected this boat from Ada.
Okay, so
he named it after the man.
Oh, okay. When I see almost all the boats have female names. Like, even
yes.
this one,
every boat is a female.
Why?
Yes. So every boat, you see it very quick. We make it neat, beautiful. He said, look at the boat, very beautiful boat. Yes. So that's why we have got all the boats, we call them until the day where this, listen, that's how it is. When I was on Yape Queen, passenger boat, my chief officer, who is, if I'm not there, he's the next captain. We were loading from Ketekrachi. Then it was 8 o'clock in the evening. After we finished loading, then he took a bucket that he was going to fetch water and bath. Whilst I was at the captain's bridge. So he went to the engine room there, down the bucket inside the river, and then the propeller pulled him. And then he went inside the water. Then the engineer rushed to me that, Captain, Victor is overboard. Then I stopped. Then I turned the boat, put searchlight, and I saw him like the distance, like over bank like this. He was holding the bucket, and then the wind too was throwing water inside the bucket. Then I was watching, trying to get closer to him so that we listen. Before I got where he was, then he went inside.
Oh no!
And that was all.
We couldn't find him.
I couldn't find him. Until I stayed there for 3 hours, I couldn't find him. Then I went to Ketekrachi and reported to police. The following morning, I left some of my crew. They took engine boat, went to the side, and then they found him. Just like how he was swimming on that side, 24 hours.
Oh,
dead.
This is sad.
It's a risk. It's a risk decision.
I see.
And even another time, I was coming from Bupe with the pusher talk.
Yes.
Then we took some whites, and the white, they were coming. And in the night, when you are walking on the distance, we tied wires around. Then the white man also missed his step, and then he went inside the water. Immediately he went inside the water, I was signaled that the white man is, but because he is a white man, he died. Yes, he died under and then went away from the propeller.
Oh.
And then when he went away, it's like that side is like this narrow. This is not this. So I just went to the shore. Then he swam and came.
Wow.
And then when he came, he started making fun. That he thought the crocodile would catch him. And then we were all laughing. When I was moving up and down, a lot of people have saved, and a lot would do. Just I'll be watching them dying like that. Nothing comes. A lot on this motors, the engine boats. A lot. At times we'll be moving, then there will be a storm, and the engine boat will be this, and then you see that the boat will just sprint like this, and the people will die. Some who knows how to swim can even hold a tree and live on the tree until the following day before they will rescue them. A lot. And in the night, you will be sailing in the night. There are spirits on this lake. Look, you will be sailing midnight. Everybody is asleep. You know that these rivers, we've got so many rivers coming together, joining, and you know that the rivers are spirits. Some of the rivers, when they see a strange thing like this noise at that time, you see like a fire, like a ball, round, and you to just move round and come and then go circle around the boat. Wow. And then you to go to a shore like this, and then you see it landing on a tree.
You've seen
all these things.
At times,
I don't owe anybody. At times you see a place you reach, then the place becomes very cool, like air conditioning. For some time, then some place you'll be going there, you see that this hot air just come on you like this within some few seconds. That's all.
So when those things happen, you know that.
I know that the other place there's a bad spirit. And at times you just be going there, you see something like a pole, white, where you can't even see the end, the middle of the water.
Before you take off, what do you have to do as a captain?
Yeah, when you come, you have to check your navigational aids. Everything is well, it's working. And you check, you see your engineer to find out if the engines are all set. And then that's it. So when it is time for us to move, immediately the fire, that's it. We, the crew, we've got the lifesaver, the deckhand, then the electrical engineer, the mechanical engineer, and then the cruise superintendent, plus the captain. So we are 5 crew. Then, because it's a tourist boat, the waitress, and then the bandsman, and then any officer who comes on board is a supernumerary. I thank the Almighty Allah that I've worked for that 48 years. To confess, the 48 good years, I'm telling you, I've never stepped inside the water that I'm swimming. And I've never fallen sick or rushed to hospitals. Even I've had car accident, lorry accident twice, which even people die, but I've never been wounded. Up to today that I'm sitting here.
Does the boat come with lights like a car?
We don't throw the light like that until when I see a strange thing before I throw such light. It's like aeroplane. In the evening, yes, you won't see anything. We use the radar. So when we are sailing the night, we like it. The weather is cool. The challenge is if the weather is bad, there's rain. Rain, at times you will be going, then at once you see the rain and the windstorm. If you are not brave, you can't stand. You can't even sit down like how you sit down comfortably. You can't listen. And if you don't know the lake too, you ground the boat. You run on the rock. There are a lot of tree stumps, rocks, when we are sailing to the north. So if you don't know the lake, you can even go to Europe and bring a merchant captain. He can never operate here without us.
We are so happy.
Thank you.
To talk to you.